Welcome to the Renegades of Real Estate podcast, or RORE, R-O-R-E for short, where we explore everything you need to know about buying, selling, investing, and designing your dream home.
Each episode, we'll dive into the nitty-gritty of real estate. Thinking of being a realtor? We've got the inside scoop. Plus, we'll chat with experts, share incredible stories, and dish out advice on what to watch out for in the real estate jungle.
So whether you're taking the first step into the market, gearing up to sell, or ready to invest, we're here to make the journey fun, easy peasy, and super informative.
Grab your hard hats, folks. We're about to build some real estate dreams together on RORE.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to Renegades of Real Estate podcast, or RORE, where Shelby Carver and I, Riane Hysell, break down the real estate game. Today, we're diving into the exciting journey of selling your home.
That's right, Riane. Selling a home can be a roller coaster, but we're here to guide you through it. So buckle up and let's jump into the process.
Jumping into segment 1 of selling your home, it's choosing your team. First off, when selling your home, you're going to want to work with professionals to avoid legal issues and litigation. Real estate laws are intricate, and there are many risks of doing it yourself.
Most people choose to work with a real estate agent. However, some people choose to sell the home themselves. And if you're in that boat, you'll want to do a lot of research and hire other professionals throughout the process. It's not a simple, straightforward transaction, and every sale has its own challenges.
What does a real estate agent do, and why should sellers hire one?
Selling a house is a complex and challenging task filled with potential risks. A real estate agent is crucial in this process, as we greatly simplify it and help secure a good deal while avoiding costly mistakes. A seller's agent acts as your advocate, guiding you through every step, handling legal documents, and providing access to a network of professionals. We use strategic pricing and marketing to maximize your profit.
That makes a lot of sense. Essentially, a seller's agent is not just a middleman, but a vital advisor, strategist, and advocate in one of the largest financial transactions of your life. But how do they get paid?
Agents are usually paid based on a percentage of the sale at closing. The amount is agreed on during the initial contract to list your home. Typically, seller's agents will pay a portion to the buyer's agent at closing. There is currently a legal battle over this, and it may be changing.
When selling your home, you might need to hire various other professionals to help with different aspects of the sale process. Here's a list of potential experts that you may consider: a home inspector, an appraiser, a real estate attorney, a home stager, professional photographer, handyman or contractor, landscape professional, title company, moving company, pest inspection service, cleaning service, interior designer, energy auditor, and marketing or advertising specialist.
Remember, not every sale will require all of these professionals, and some may be optional depending on your specific circumstances, location, and the condition of your home.
Jumping into segment 2 of selling your home, setting the stage. Before you list your home, you've got to get it ready for the spotlight. We're talking about staging. Shelby, why is this step so important?
Staging is like putting your home in its best outfit. Looking its best helps potential buyers envision themselves living there. A well-staged home sells faster and at a better price. Put yourself in the buyer's shoes. How can you make the house feel bigger, brighter, and more inviting? You'll also want to declutter and make repairs before listing your home. Get a professional recommendation to find out how to best spend your money to get the highest return on your investment. This is a free service that we offer with Copper Key Design in our Butte, Montana market, but if you live outside of this area, you may be able to get this service through your local staging companies.
How long does it take to get your home ready for the market?
You're going to want to start on this as early as possible. It may take a few weeks or months depending on your home's needs and how much time you have to work on it.
Jumping into segment 3, it's pricing magic. Once your home is looking sharp, it's time to talk pricing. Shelby, walk us through it.
Pricing is like setting the stage for a show. You want to grab your buyer's attention and leave them wanting more. Buyers are always looking for the best deal on the market, and sellers are looking to get the highest dollar as quick as possible. Your price point should fall somewhere in between. With your agent, you'll want to analyze the market, check out comparable sales, and find that sweet spot before landing on your asking price. Don't fall prey to seller bias. Look at your home objectively.
What if you and your agent come in at different price points?
You can ask to view other comparable properties. At the end of the day, your home's market value is truly just what the buyer is willing to pay for it. Since agents work on a percentage basis, we also want you to get the highest price for your property. But if it's priced too high, the house will just sit on the market, and buyers often won't make offers on houses that they feel are overpriced.
This step can be done within a few days. Segment 4 of selling your home is other costs. When selling a home, there can be many expenses you may not have considered. Shelby, can you break those down for us?
Absolutely. Here's a list of potential expenses a seller might have when selling their property or home. Real estate agent commissions, home repairs and improvements, home inspection, staging costs, closing costs, property taxes, capital gains, mortgage, loan, or lien payoff, moving expenses, utility bills, HOA fees or condo fees, and home warranty for the buyer.
Remember, not all expenses will apply to every seller, and some costs can be negotiated with the buyer. It's always a good idea to talk with a real estate professional to understand which costs you should expect in your specific situation. Jumping into segment 5 of selling your home, it's listing and marketing blitz. With the stage set and the price on point, it's time to hit the market. How do we make sure that our home stands out?
Listing and marketing are the keys to selling your home. Professional photos are a must. Ask your agent about their policy on photography, because I always cover the cost for photography on my client's home.
There's nothing worse than seeing dark, blurry listing photos or people reflected in mirrors. That can be very distracting and deters buyers from touring the property.
Absolutely. To get the best photos of your home, you'll want it deep cleaned, organized, and decluttered. Looking like a magazine cover is the goal. Clear off your countertops and your surfaces, open all the curtains, and be sure your pets are in a secure place. You'll want to leave the house for the photography session to be sure your reflection doesn't appear in the photos. And give your photographer some space to work their magic.
If you have an empty home, you may want to consider virtual staging. Also, videos are becoming more important for listings as people purchase from out of state. Videos give a more realistic perspective of the home and catch people's attention on social media.
Listing your home on the MLS will distribute your house to all the major housing websites and reach a worldwide audience. It will be sent to all the real estate agents in the area and directly to a long list of buyers looking for a home just like yours.
Photos usually take a couple days for editing, and the marketing begins once the photos are ready and your listing goes live. Into segment 6 now, it is showtime.
Home tours and open houses.
Now that we've got some people interested, it's showtime. Shelby, what's the deal with home tours and open houses?
Home tours and open houses are like the red carpet events. You'll want to bring out all the stops. Make sure your house is clean, decluttered, and smelling good. Take your pets with you, open up the curtains, and put away anything valuable. When I hold open houses, I will play soft dinner music, light candles, and provide delicious treats. One of the most helpful things we've been doing to get a good turnout is holding citywide open houses, where the agents work together to advertise and create a map and allow buyers to easily tour many homes at once.
This stage could take as little as a few days, or it could be much longer, 6 months to a year. It will depend on interest rates, buyer competition, and how well your home is priced.
Once your home is under contract, you may choose to end showings, or you may choose to continue showing to get potential backup offers.
Jumping into segment 7 of selling your house, offers and negotiations. If you are priced well, the offers start rolling in, Shelby. What's next?
Well, once you receive an offer, you'll want to go over it in detail with your agent. If it's an offer that you like, you can sign it and accept it right away. But if there's something wrong with it or something that doesn't work for you, you can send a counter offer back, and that is just changing a few things on the agreement. And then the buyer has the option to agree to it or not. If you're lucky enough to receive multiple offers on a place, you can send multiple counter offers at the same time and ask for the highest and best price.
During the negotiations, this is where your agent's experience will shine. An offer has much more to take into consideration than just the sales price. You'll want to consider timeframes, how they'll be paying, what type of loan they have, if they're pre-qualified, which loans are likely to require compliance work, and what contingencies they ask for. Now, we are not going to dig into contingencies today. We did an overview in our first episode, and we'll probably go into more depth in a later episode. If you haven't received any reasonable offers within the first 2 weeks, you may be priced too high. Reconsider your price point. Talk with your agent and determine how long you're comfortable waiting.
You'll want to respond to offers fairly quickly. Usually it's within 24 hours, or it could be a few days to respond.
Segment 8, it's inspection. What is an inspection and what do we need to know?
Here's a quick breakdown for you. Usually the buyer picks a home inspector to check out your house. This happens after you accept their offer, but before the sale is final. They're usually responsible for this cost. Inspection day. The inspector comes to your house and takes a good look over everything. They check the structure, plumbing, electrical systems, heating and cooling systems, and more. They're like detectives looking for clues about the condition of your house. Report time. The inspector writes up a report. This report tells the buyer about any problems or repairs that the house might need. Review and negotiate. The buyer look at the report, and if there are big issues, they might ask for your help to fix them or to lower the price of the house. Moving forward, once any negotiations are done and everyone agrees, the selling process moves forward. If everything goes well, you're one step closer to selling your house.
Remember, a home inspection is pretty standard in the home selling process. It helps buyers feel confident in their purchase and ensures that everything is up to snuff with your house. Jumping into segment 9, it's appraisals. Shelby, why don't you tell us about the appraisal process?
You'll start off by scheduling an appointment with an appraiser. They'll usually call you. After you accept an offer, the buyer's lender usually orders a home appraisal. This is done to make sure the house is worth the money that they're lending. The appraiser's visit. An appraiser, who is a professional at figuring out how much houses are worth, will come and take a look at your house. They check the size, condition, and features of your home, and they also look at similar houses in your area that have been sold recently. The appraisal report. The appraiser puts together a report that says how much they think your house is worth. This number is based on the condition of your home and prices of those similar houses that they looked at. The impact of the sale. If the appraisal value is close to the selling price, things usually go smoothly. But if the appraisal is lower than the selling price, the buyer might not get their full amount. In that case, you might need to lower the price, or the buyer might have to pay the difference. Once the appraisal is done and everyone agrees on the price, you can move forward with selling your house.
The home appraisal is all about making sure that the price of your home matches its actual value. It's a key step in making sure everyone involved in the sale is on the same page. Moving into segment 10, it's the title and escrow company. So tell us about what the title and escrow companies do and what their roles are in the sale, Shelby.
Absolutely. Here's a quick explanation of the title company's role in the home selling process. First off, title search. The title company does a deep dive on the property's history. They look for any legal documents linked to the house, like deeds or court records, to make sure there are no issues with the property's ownership, like unresolved debts or legal claims. Number 2, issue title insurance. They provide the title insurance, which protects you in case someone pops up later claiming they have rights to the property. This insurance helps cover the legal costs if there are any ownership disputes. Next, handling documents and money. On closing day, the title company is like the director of a play. They make sure all the important documents are signed and handled correctly. They also manage the money side of things, like receiving the buyer's payment and paying off any of your existing mortgages or debts linked to the house. And finally, finalizing the sale. They record the sale of the home with the local government. This makes it official that the buyer now owns the house.
In short, the title company makes sure the property's title is clear, handles the paperwork and money, and finalizes the sale. They're like the behind-the-scenes heroes, making sure everything checks out legally and financially when you sell your house. And segment 11 of the selling your house process is closing the curtain, the closing process. We are almost there, guys. Closing the deal is the grand finale. Shelby, how do we make it to the closing table?
Well, first off, I always tell my clients that the sale is never over until the deed's recorded, because there's so many things that can come up. So don't celebrate until every T is crossed and every I is dotted. 24 hours before closing, The buyer's going to have their final walkthrough. They'll check that everything in the house is as agreed upon, including completion of any repairs and the presence of items included in the sale. On closing day, this is when the sale of your house officially happens. You'll meet with the buyer, real estate agent, and a representative from the title company or closing attorney. Signing documents. You'll sign various legal documents, including the deed, which transfers the property to the buyer, and documents for paying off your existing mortgage. Transfer of keys. Once all the paperwork is signed and funds are settled, you'll hand over the keys to the buyer, marking the official transfer of ownership. Recording the sale. The sale is then recorded with the local government, making it public record.
In summary, closing is the final and crucial step in selling your house. It includes a final walkthrough, signing important documents, handing funds, and officially transferring ownership to the buyer. It's the moment where everything is finalized and your house sale is complete.
Just a quick disclosure, this podcast is for informational purposes only and should not be taken as legal advice. Listeners are advised to consult with a professional for specific legal guidance.
And there you have it, guys. The thrilling journey of selling your home decoded by the Renegades of real estate. However, before we end our episode, we do have our real estate secret for you guys, handing it over to Shelby to divulge.
Today's secret is about tax credits. Since taxes in our area are paid in arrears, you may owe a credit to the buyer for the current year's taxes. This means you'll be paying the buyer for the portion of the year that you own the home, but you won't be living there during the next tax period. Hopefully that makes sense to you guys.
Don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and stay tuned for more real estate wisdom. Until next time, this is Riane Hysell and
Shelby Carver,
signing off.